How to create deep abundance with women. So let me first share with you that most men are in scarcity on this front, right? So like they don't have enough, they don't feel like they're really an attractive man, they're basically in lack all the time, they're like nervous around them, they want it so much, they feel like they don't get any attention, they feel like no women really want them. Like that is the reality for most men, which is lack and not enough, and feeling like they're not really an attractive guy, and feeling like they don't really have any options and women don't really like them, and like it's like scarcity, there's like not enough of them, and it's like they don't really have the sexual experiences that they want or the relationship they want or enough women in their life, and they're just like, you know, needy, and like that's the reality for most men. Okay, now let me paint the other side of it, which is there are men where they feel like they're deeply attractive to women. They have plenty of options. They have a tremendous amount of success with the lady folk. They have a bunch of women that want them. They got women around them all the time. They have all sorts of like hot sex and like just great experiences, and women coming on to them and getting wet for them and like coming on them, and like they have women that love them, that want them. They feel unbelievably attractive. They feel like they're just like, you know, God's gift basically. Like, so that's a reality for some men. So if you're watching this, I'm assuming that's more of the reality you want, where it's like you feel like you're like naturally attractive, you got a lot of options, you've had like just amazing sex with women that you're like, oh my God, like it's just like the best, okay? So let me share with you how to create this, okay? So there are internal and external components to this. So we have to cover the internal and the external, all right? First is we have got to get your identity and your value and your self-esteem and your self-worth tied to the correct action, okay? So basically what you want to say to yourself is, I'm the man because I step up. I'm the man because I lean into vulnerability. Like this is the loop that you want to put your brain on, which is, I'm the man, I'm awesome, because I make myself vulnerable, because I step up, because I lean in to discomfort. So the first thing we want to do is basically tie your self-esteem, your self-worth, your identity into the right action, okay? And the right action is leaning into your discomfort, stepping up, making yourself vulnerable, like spinning up your own courage and like moving forward, so that like you see a girl that you think is attractive and you're like, I'm the man because I step up, because I lean into my discomfort, because I make myself vulnerable, like because I like lean into that, okay? So that's the first part, is tying your identity, tying your self-worth, tying your self-esteem to taking the right action, okay? So that's like, I'm the man because I lean into my discomfort. I'm the man because I make myself vulnerable, because I step up. And then this basically is like a self-reinforcing loop, where anytime you see one that you want to chat with, you go up, you do it. I'm the man because I step up. And then you celebrate the fact that you stepped up. You're like, dude, I'm the man because I did it. Not the result, not the outcome, but I'm the man because I did it, because I took the action, okay? So that's the first part of creating deep abundance on this front, which is tying your self-worth to the right action. I'm the man because I step up. I'm the man because I make myself vulnerable. You see a girl you think is attractive, you step up. Regardless of the outcome, you're like, that's awesome. I'm the man because I did it. Because I did it, because I took the action. That's step one. Okay. Step two is, after you do that for a long time, what you will find out is that at your core, at your energetic core as a man, it is naturally attractive to women, okay? So that energy that you have, that every guy has, every single guy has this, that energy that you have, that natural energy at your core, which you've spun up by like stepping repeatedly, that natural energy at your core is attractive to women. That's what they want. They love it. They can't get enough of it. They're like, That's the thing that gets their juices going, okay? Every guy has this. Every single guy has this. At his core, at his energetic core, hold on, I'm gonna pause this because these guys are loud as shit. Okay, cool, we're back. So, at your core, every guy has this, which is like this natural masculine polarity, this natural grounded energy that women are attracted to. It's the juice, okay? So every guy has this at his core, and it's really the thing that's like driving the attraction, okay? Which is that like grounded masculine energy, that like, that fucking manness, okay? Where it's just like, that dude fucking steps, that guy like leans into his fear, and like women get wet for it, okay? Now, every guy has it. So what's cool about this step in the process is like, it ain't even about you. Like you kind of get to remove your ego from it because you're like, yo, they just like that core. Like that's just what it is. Just like how guys are just like naturally attracted to girls. Like if you take pretty much any girl that's like, you know, fertile, and then you have her like be healthy, like mentally, emotionally, physically, she's healthy, she's gonna be naturally attractive to most men. That's just the way that it is. You take any of these women, you get them healthy, emotionally, physically, they're young, they're fertile, most guys are gonna find them attractive. It's the same with guys, okay? So at your core, you have that thing that they naturally want, okay? Every guy has it. So the first part is tying your identity to the right action so that you're like spinning up that winner effect, and you're like spinning up that core and like developing that part of you and like unearthing that part of you that women find naturally attractive, okay? The next part is as you do that, you will discover that there's like this core energy in you that like when you kind of remove your personality or your ego or your own thing, that it's like naturally there, and that's what's driving it. Like that's what's driving the attraction. It's naturally there for every single guy, you included, okay? So this is like the second part of it, which once you do the first part where you're like tying your identity to the right action, the second part is that this energy will naturally start to come online, and you will seem to, like you'll notice that like, oh, I think this is a thing. And what's cool about it is it removes your ego. You're like, yeah, whatever, like, you know, it's just like this thing about me that they love, you know what I mean? And that really starts to get in like the deep abundance. Okay. Third part, we can't ignore the external, right? So the external is like having a good setup. Like there's really no way around it. Like you can do the first two, but like you need women around you, okay? And what this looks like is basically going out pretty consistently, being social, whether it's in like social groups or social clubs, and you're the man because you're stepping up and you're like getting contact info, and you're inviting them to like some sort of small thing, like a little happy hour, little gathering, little pregame, and you keep on doing that. Like you do need a good system. Like you keep on doing that so that like there are more and more women around you. So you have your identity tied to the right action that's spinning up the winner effect. You're unearthing that core of you that like women find naturally attractive, and you're also setting up your environment for success. Like you're like, not only are you like going out and meeting the lady folk, a la part one, where you're like, I'm the man because I step up, but you're also putting together like little small events and inviting them too, so that you have like more and more and more women around you. Okay, now, as you do this, what will happen is things will start to shift. You will start to feel like a guy that women just are naturally attracted to, okay? And this is where abundance starts to come in, where you feel like at your very core, like you're an attractive guy that women want. You're just like, yeah, dude, I don't know what it is. Women just love me, right? Like they just want to be around me and they just want to all over me, okay? So this is where you start to really tap into those feelings of being a really attractive guy, like at your core, that like they're like naturally into. You're like, I can't help it, baby. Like, it's just what it is, dude. Like, it's just daddy's got that sauce, dude. Like, sorry, like there's not that much I can do about it, you know? So the other part of this is leaning into, so this is kind of meta over all of this about creating this real deep abundance. The other part of this is leaning into the feeling of enough, okay? So the last little bit of this that I've seen with guys that kind of trips them up, well, let me break it down on the money front because it's easier to see. Okay, you have guys that make like $100,000 a year that feel like they don't have enough. You have guys that make like $1 million a year that feel like they don't have enough. You have guys that make 10 million a year that feel like they don't have enough. You see where I'm going with this? We're kind of like, no matter what the guy's making, he's basically in lack. He's basically in scarcity. So this is kind of the last internal piece of this, of like having like real deep abundance on this front and not having lack and not having scarcity. So up until now, we've kind of handled the internal and external. Now we're talking about more the meta, okay? Like I said, it's easier to see with money because you're like, yeah, I know a guy that makes 100,000 a year. He feels like he doesn't have enough. Guy that makes $1 million a year feels like he doesn't have enough. Guy that makes 10 million a year feels like he doesn't make enough. Even you, whatever money you're making, you feel like it's probably not enough, right? But there are people in other countries that be like, dude, that guy can like order food like this. He can just like pop out. He's got like a camera. He's got a phone. He's got internet. He's got lights. That people would feel like, dude, you're rich, right? But yet you don't feel that way. Okay. So this is the last point on creating this real deep abundance, which is practicing the feeling of enough. Okay. Most of us spend most of our time in lack, in scarcity, in not enough. So if you've done the other parts where you're like, I've tied my identity on the man because I step up, you've really started kind of like unearth that core that's like that natural polarity that like women just like are all over. And you've kind of set things up in a decent way where you're like, hey, I go out, I go to these little, meetups or social things. I step up, I meet women. I invite them to like little small gatherings, and now I've got a lot of great women around me. Some of them are, friends of mine. Some of them want to all over me. Okay. The last bit of this is there are guys, they have all that, but they're still in lack. They're still in scarcity. And so at that point, what you want to do is put your focus on, I have enough. There is enough. Okay. Where like you really want to start to tap into that vibe of like, I have enough, there is enough. Like the world is filled with beautiful, amazing fucking women. Like, oh my God, there's so many. Like, and they're awesome. And like, there's like a deep, deep, deep abundance there because you're like, oh, I had this one that liked me. I had this one that liked me. I had this one that like flirted with me. I had great sex with this one. I had such a good time with this one. I danced with this one. This one smiled at me. This one made eye contact at me. Like this one enjoyed my company. This one laughed at my jokes. This one was like coming all over me. Like, and there's so many of them. And like really getting your system oriented from lack and scarcity over to abundance and having enough. Now, when this is done, you basically feel like a god. I don't know any other way to say it, but like you feel so good. You feel like you're like naturally an attractive guy, that women love you, that you have like tons of options, that at your core, you're like just naturally this like amazing guy. And it's self-reinforcing because you're stepping up and like you walk through the world like the chosen one. You're just like, I feel so good. Like when I go into environments, women are reacting to me. Like I love my life. I love women. Like I just really, I'm just so thankful. Like it kind of gets to this like deeper gratitude where you're just like, God, like I'm just like so thankful to be alive and like to have this experience. And like I'm thankful that like, you know, all these women like were created and like all these beautiful, amazing experiences. And like you just hit a different point where you're like, you're just winning, dude. And you just feel so much deep gratitude where you're like, God, like it's just fucking the best, dude. Okay, so I'll talk more about this. I'll do a couple of videos on this, but like I put my email below. Shoot me an email. Like tell me what's going on with you, dude. Like, you know, tell me where you are in that progression. Like tell me what's going on with you. Tell me what you want. Like I want you boys to win, dude. Like this is possible. Like it's a real thing, dude. Like, you know, I don't really talk about this much, but I'm like 5'5", and I've been, you know, broke like most of my life, and your boy's done really well, dude. Like I've had like just fucking, God, like just blessed, dude. Like just so lucky. Anyways, drop me an email. Tell me what's going on with you. Love to connect, talk to you about where you're at in your journey and see if I can help. All right. I love you guys. Todd out. But as always, I shan't not return.